Mario Minico Fan, rants, reviews, gameplay, and more. Madrid Drive. We're in Spain. There's a lot of Spanish icons in this track. This track is all over the place. The first thing to note is that we were driving on brick roads for the first few seconds. There's lots of Toads and Shy Guys cheering everybody on as the race begins. We then drive through a courtyard surrounded by buildings, lots of Yoshis, Toads, and Shy Guys, and a giant Wiggler. More on that in a moment. Next we briefly drive in what looks like to be some sort of mall. This area has a quick shortcut. It requires a mushroom. There's a couple of big piranha plants, but they shouldn't bother you if you stay far from them. After that, we drive briefly through the Prado Museum. This area has lots of paintings of different Mario characters and scenarios. There's a big piranha plant, watch out for it. After the second lap, the road changes from being brick to concrete. We go under a giant arc bridge. We then briefly drive through a market. The only obstacle are some thwomps, but they're overall easy to avoid. We're back in the courtyard, and the big Wiggler is trotting through the area. We then head to a small lake and glide over it into some water spouts. You can go to the right for a different path, but it's just for some coins. Skipping ahead, we then are driving into the Santiago Bernabeu Museum, however you pronounce that. This area is the highlight of the track for me. We got some Goombas and Karibo's shoe from Super Mario Bros. 3 kicking some soccer balls. The music fits well, but the stadium is the best about this track and the highlight for me. Rosalina's Ice World, one of the most frigid looking tracks in Mario Kart history. This track comes off looking like something straight out of Disney. To start, the Comet Observatory is here in this track. The nice starry sky looks amazing and makes this track more gorgeous than ever. We first make a half 180-degree turn around a hole. There's then two paths, on the ice or below. On the ice seems harder to reach in laps 2 and 3. There's some penguins above and below the water. We then drive into an ice cave with ground pieces of ice. There's then a crossroads. The left path is the main way with nothing much, while the right side has a few speed boosts. The end has a shortcut, but you'll need a mushroom to take it. I did mention this track has Disney vibes to me. That's because it reminds me of the movie Frozen, and Rosalina is like Elsa a little. The music fits well. I don't know why, but I love it. Bowser's Castle 3. This track really turns up the heat, and by a ton of notches. This is one of the Super Nintendo tracks done perfectly. For obvious starters, we are inside Bowser's Castle. The music is the final boss theme from Super Mario World in a badass tune. Lava is a serious threat here, so drive carefully. We're first driving over some grates over some lava. Lava bubbles are always jumping out. The volcano in the background looks super phenomenal and spicy. There's then several branching paths. Take your pick. There's lots of mud on the sides. Watch out. You can use a mushroom to boost through it. After the turn, there's a giant structure in the background. Thwomps are the only obstacles in this area, so watch out for them. Next we have another crossroad area. You can go on the tops of the structures with speed boosts or stay below. Being on top is hard to do if you aren't good at balancing in this game. We lastly head down a graded set of steps. Watch out for the bone piranha plants and the thwomps at the end. It's so good that Bowser finally got another one of his tracks in this game after 10 plus years. Kudos to him. Wii Rainbow Road. This rendition of Rainbow Road is amazing in numerous ways. To start, the road is very sparkly. There are star bits floating in the air. The guardrails are rainbow colored. We first head down a steep slope and zoom past some speed boosts. We can see the moon with a rocket in the background. The speed boosts all have stars. There's then a half pipe immediately after the boosts. Next there's a very wavy road. You can do tricks off of it as well. The next area has a lot going on. There's some more half pipes, some holes in the middle to jump over with mushrooms and more. We then head into a giant warp star and glide to the other side. This part is the highlight for me. We then drive onto another set of boosts to another side. We kick into anti-gravity. Another crossroad is visible. It doesn't matter which side you take because both cover similar ground. This is indeed one of the most beautiful tracks ever made. The music, the explosion of color, the warp glider, and more. From this cup, Bowser's Castle 3 is my personal favorite track. What's your favorite track from the Blue Shell Cup for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Let me know in the comments. Like if you liked, dislike if this video deserves to be blue shelled. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with upcoming videos and projects. This series is now officially over. I had a lot of fun putting these videos together, guys, so be sure that you give these videos a lot of love. Go back and rewatch some of them. And you know what? Just subscribe to my channel again. I guess I'm going to say that again. Subscribe. And have a beautiful day. Have a gorgeous day, blessed day, amazing day, spectacular day. I don't care. Have a good freaking day. Okay? The series is over. Had a lot of fun putting it together. Have a great day. Bye.